to be. But best of luck to both you guys. So Filli, for all of you who don't know much about Filli is a 12 handicap player in the Diamond League. So what that means, it's comparable to a 27.5 in the New South Wales League. Yep. And do you have a microphone? So this is a pretty, like a scratch match, if you will, pretty even. Both are very strong. We're going to share it? All right. All right, I'm joined in the commentary box by Langan. How you go, mate?
Good, Barry. How are you, brother?
Very well. You excited about watching this match?
Mate, watching my master Filli and watching George at it. I mean, two of the best today, so going to look for a high-quality game today.
Oh, absolutely. There are two of the high-caliber players in the room. There are only 8 good players left in this event. We're in the quarterfinal stages of this tournament. And George Marigalis breaks. Now, if you probably notice, if you're a pool player, you probably notice that George's been second ball breaking all day, and he's been extremely effective. Probably a lot more, because of the new cloths, it's been a lot more effective than the power breaking. The power breaking, I've seen people be losing the white ball a lot, scratching a lot, and also breaking dry a lot, believe it or not, because the balls are slipping right past that middle pocket, and they just basically open up the whole table. And for me, that's a big factor in this match, is that particular second ball break of George's.
I think as well, you look at George's play so far, he's had a tough game against you, Barry, 7-6. Then he's had a very outstanding match against Tom, and he's been able to play off with the new cloth and using all the bits of the table to make it all work. So he's in great form this afternoon.
Well, the match that he played against me was an absolutely absurd match, which I don't know if I want to go over that when I'm commentating, but it was a very, very, very high level match between the two of us. And George came out on top. But that's not what's going on here now. George played really strong against Tom. He had all the questions and all the answers that he just really muscled his way past Tom. Tom was, in a way, I thought, because I watched the match intently, I thought he was a little shocked at how good George was playing. But I've known George for 20 years now, and I know how good George is.
Yeah, I think with Tom, I don't know what it was. It just seemed like he was rattled. As soon as he started seeing the break and runs from George, I think he just lost all that mojo he had in the first couple of rounds. You see in his first round, he beat myself very candidly, beat John Hancock candidly 7-2. So he was on a bit of a roll, but that game he looked like someone else completely. So
now, well, I've known George for many, many years, and George is extremely capable, very capable player, and personally this is his best discipline, is the 8-ball. He's most experienced in 8-ball, and it is a game that I've played George many times for money, as you know, and 8-ball has always been the hardest game for me to beat him on. I have beat him in an 8-ball for cash, and I have beat him in tournament before an 8-ball, but I feel the difference when I'm playing him in 8-ball. I feel it's very hard to beat him in 8-ball.
Yeah, I think when you look at the way he's been moving around this table, he knows, he's got the pattern set out. So I think with 8-ball, you're right, it's his strongest suit. But as you look as he's come onto the black now, I mean, he's played an outstanding frame to take this 1-0 against Filli. So not giving him a chance.
Well, he did 7 runouts in a row against me. We played a match where there was only one missed ball early in the very first frame. George missed one. It wasn't easy, but he missed it. And then after that, he did 7 runouts. I did 5, so he beat me 7-6. Double hill, I dry broke and he ran out. And then against Tom, like I said, Tom was not expecting to see that kind of play from George on a tight table. And it was on table 13, which is a very tight table. There were some balls that were jawed, but they were only jawed. They weren't missed, if you know what I mean. Like they weren't badly missed from George. The table over there, 13, doesn't like balls forced too much. And George is a bit of a basher. He bashes balls quite a bit. Now you look at Filli's also second ball breaking.
It's interesting that they're choosing the same ideology on the break, but he's come up dry on there, and it looks like here
George is hitting the head ball a bit thicker.
But I think in terms of it, I think table 13 suited Filli's game because he's more of just a roller. He likes to roll the balls in, likes to get those small positional shots. But whereas George is the basher, but I think this table is going to suit him very well.
Oh, I'm actually tipping George. I can't believe I'm saying this, George. I'm actually tipping you as favourite for this match, and there's nothing personal in that. I just think the way you've been playing today, the way he's been playing today, has been really outstanding, and that's why he's known as George the Master.
Yeah, and I think, look, as he looks on this, he's looking at those big balls, and I mean, at the end of the day, you can just tell he's in a different mode today. I've seen him played a couple of times, but today he's looking very strong. I mean, I think it has to do with your first game, to be honest.
I think he's just confident because he got me out of the way.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a match he really wanted to win.
That's right. But look, I think in terms of it, I don't think George has a lot of practice time on these tables, but you can just see today he's just stroking the ball with confidence.
Well, Langer, I think also another big factor for George's improvement recently has been that 12.4 millimeter Revo shaft. It's a thinner shaft. I own one of those shafts. I also own the 12.9 shaft, and the thinner one suits the snooker style players more. And I think it's really a shaft that he's very comfortable with. He knows that it can take a lot of side. It throws very minimal. He's overhit this ball for the 9, but it throws very minimal. And you know what? He's in a little bit of trouble here.
I think we've been talking too much good words about him because he's in a bit of trouble here.
Well, we've only seen him so far, so there's going to be mistakes made. This table, even though it's been tightened, is slightly bigger than the 13. Table 13. So, if he wants to pull off a big shot, he still has to be accurate, but not as accurate.
Yeah, well, I think at the moment his plan will be to use the 14 to get onto that 13 on there, but he's going the other way. So, using the 13 to get onto this 9, I mean, this is going to be a phenomenal shot here. Look at this. What a shot. It's over.
Wow, he's in trouble here now.
And look, I think in terms of it, this is a game where I think Filli himself is going to thrive a lot in terms of it. If he's given the chance, Filli, like I said, he plays more of a push game at the moment, so he plays a lot of push and minor positional shots, and he does run out tables really well. So George is going to have to try to keep him off the table to get a good win out of this.
Well, see, that particular ball would go on the other tables, outside tables. But it's not going to go on this particular table. He's shaking his head there, but in actuality, the mistake happened 2 shots before when he failed to get on the 9 ball. And this is where someone like Filli is dangerous, but at this level, any of the top 8 players are expected to win the frame. If you get in first and you don't finish at 8 ball, and you leave an open table like this, you're expected to win. And if you can't run out from that situation, you absolutely must play a lockdown safety and take control of the game.
As Filli lines this free up into the middle, just potting it in. Look, in terms of Filli's matches so far, look, if we just go back through today, Filli had an outstanding first match in the first going 7-4.
Who did he play the first match?
He's playing Kelvin, and he beat him 7-2. Actually, sorry, not 7-4, 7-2. So it's pretty strong there. Played Jacob in the second game, 7-3. So, and then in the last game, he played his second in command, Ronald, and he went 7-6. So he's been pretty strong, except for that last game.
Who's Ronald?
Ronald, he's one of the newcomers. He's old players. He used to play in the New South Wales comp a lot recently, but he's come back. So as we look at Filli, he just potting away to free.
That's 2 shots in a row that Filli's under hit by about a diamond. The previous shot and this one as well. It just seems like he's not comfortable with the speed of this TV table just yet. But over the next few frames, he should feel. If he's going to keep rolling balls like that, it's not going to be good enough for this particular table. He needs to hit the balls in with authority, and he's left George basically nothing really. I don't think George's going to double the 14. He's got to cut on the 9 now. See, on the other tables, the outside tables with the big pockets, George is favoured to make this ball, believe it or not. But on this particular table, he's going to come 1, 2, 3 rails with position. It's a tough shot. He's going to cut this in, at least block the pocket if he doesn't make it. Wow. Wow, wow. Nicely done, George. But again, he's got another hard shot. You see, he didn't put enough right-hand spin on that ball. Does this ball pot in the middle?
Just trickles it in. Oh, and he's bashed it with trickle it. I was mistaken there.
Trickling balls on the tight table is a lot harder than bashing.
He's just smashed it.
Put it in with authority.
Oh, wow.
Feel my authority. George, the El Presidente, says, feel my authority.
As he goes up 2-0, got to say, in terms of George's style, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I would have just loved to just walk that in or stun it in, but he's just smashed that in with confidence. That's how I'm saying. He's been playing with confidence.
A good player, professional player, or a really good elite player always tries to find a way to put the ball in with some speed. It is harder. First of all, not all tables are level. You know what I say, Nanga? Tables are like women.
I don't.
They don't. You can't trust them, okay? You can't trust the table's level. You know what I mean? So,
Did you say the table's like a woman?
exactly. All right? You can't trust. You can say whatever you want to. This is show business right here, okay? This is entertainment. Sit back at home, guys. We can't actually see your comments. If you guys are leaving comments, we can't see your comments. Actually, you know what? I might get my phone out to see if there's any comments.
Yeah.
Big hello, by the way, to a very good friend of mine out there, Chris Giovannis. Chris, mate, if you're watching, yes, old Presidente George Marigalis has found his groove again. I don't know what's happened. I think he's not taking Panadol. In the morning he took some Panadol. It might have been Viagra or something. I don't know. He's found his groove again.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to do another shout out as well to Mr. Chris Kovacs. How dare you be blind on your big debut. You were the poster boy for this event and you failed to turn up. So very, very disappointed you, mate, on there. As we come back to the action, George is lining this up. I mean, he's looking at the 5 ball here. He's going to risk the biscuit here and just try to go for the free ball plant on the actual rail here. You know, it must be either the Viagra or the actual just the hair.
I told you, man. He's on a high. But tell you what, in this situation, this particular frame, he had to do something about those 2 balls.
Yeah.
And he's done something about them, and he's given the problem back to Filli.
Look at here, you got Filli. If he goes for the smalls, he's got the 2 that's stuck there.
It's on YouTube.
I'm not sure, actually. Are we on YouTube?
We're on somewhere. I'm just trying to find it to get the comments. So you got to be on solo for a little while.
That's all right. All good. As we come back into the field here, Filli's looking at the 3. Must be on here. And he's done a beautiful shot. He's positioned himself for the 7 and come through. We had a big day all around today. We had just over 60.
Jamie, is this on YouTube or on Facebook, man? Facebook, is it?
For New South Wales page?
Yeah.
Great shot by Filli. You can see the 1 here. He pulled it over for the 1. He's looking to disturb that 2 ball. See if he can free it up. There it is, and he's freed it up perfectly. But now he's run a bit too far, and he's going to have to go for the 2 ball plant, the 5 on the 2 here. Now we just got to turn off the volume, and then we should be good.
Yeah, have to turn off the volume, otherwise it might interfere with the microphone.
You see he's just overcooked that, but he's left it safe again. Try and do it. Like I said, this is Filli's game. Just push, and get into position. And he set up the 2 and the 5 there for an easy cleanup if he gets a chance from George. But I don't know.
Well, look, I wanted to quickly talk about Filli for a little while. I actually met Filli for the first time a few years ago when I was playing Diamond League with Filli, and I had no idea who he was, Langer.
Yep.
I've been around this game now for 20 years. And
South Auckland.
South Auckland?
Who? Filli's from Avondale, South Auckland.
South Auckland, New Zealand.
He's from New Zealand. I hadn't known who he was.
He plays a lot of English. He plays a lot of English sim football.
Okay, English. He plays a lot of 2-shot.
Yeah, and he loves playing pub pool competitions with Joe Paloga.
Okay, that's Jamie Williams giving us the insight there. But I had no idea who he was, Langer. And the first time I saw him, I looked at him and I thought, wow, this guy can play.
You should see his nails on his thumb. He's up there with the Guinness World Records of the longest thumbnail.
Jamie Walker is now going over Filli's body parts. I don't know how important that is to playing the game, but he's right. I'm looking at the nails now; they're huge, and now he's looks like a bear with massive claws.
I have to tell you now, I've known Filli now for the good half of maybe 8 years or so. I've known him for 8 years, and his play on the 7-foot tables is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. But before pub pool players and players that play on the 7-foot table, the 9-foot tables are just another beast altogether. And that's for Filli. His accuracy on this table is not as good.
Yeah, I don't think it's about talent, because there's definitely talent there. I just think it's about familiarity and knowing the table and how it moves. And on the 9-footer, there's different types of shots and the angles and everything. And look at George. George's experience now. He takes the ball in hand. His experience now is blocking, and this is something that Filli's very good at. These nip and tucks. But when somebody has 6 balls on the table, or in George's case, has got 7 balls on the table, he's got a massive advantage playing safety. So now it's basically George has just bought himself an opportunity to win the frame.
And that's what I was saying to you in terms of it. If you, I've known Filli for a while, and playing in the pub pool games and playing in those comps, it's a different atmosphere, different environment, and the tables are completely different. So for Filli, it's a walk in the park, and that's what he's been doing for probably the good span of 20 years. But when it comes to the 9-foot,
yeah. He's got a tiger by the tail here in the form of George the Marigulis.
it's the hairstyle. It's definitely the hairstyle. Must be.
Well, I don't know how he gets his hair so natural looking. Maybe he hasn't brushed it for a while. I don't know.
I know. It just looks like a perm, but it's like a hybrid of a perm and a bloody like 70s look. I don't know. Maybe.
Tell you why, he's got a bit of Greek in him.
Oh, what the? As we come back to the action, I mean, we're going to get banned soon, I think.
We've had some money matches in the past. He's had a bit more Greek in him when we played.
We've been talking about women, we've been talking about body parts, now we're talking about hair. Oh, it's just going off the chain here.
It's off the chain, off the chain. Lang has never done commentary with me before. You didn't realise I was such a nutter, did you?
No, I thought I was the nutter, but obviously there's someone that's even nuttier than me on the commentary. So no, it's been this is a great shot by George.
Well, it's really much textbook out here from George. He's really, even if the pockets are small, he's making the game look really easy. And
It's the touch. It's the positional play. I mean, he didn't overrun that last ball. You know what I mean? He got that right on the money, especially with the black guy in the middle. I mean, you can't say.
I tell you another thing, Langer, as well. George is going to lose business today. No, really, because he always holds back, so he can get some money match action on the side. But after today's performance, George, no one's going to play for money, give you a handicap ever again.
No. I think pretty much everyone's going to have to make sure either they get a head start or it's even Stevens from the start. He's the biggest burglar of them all at the moment.
Yes, he is a burglar. He's right up there. Now, on the other table, Rabo is on the black, and he's just played the black to go 3-1 up on Ivan.
I mean, look, Ramo's been, again, strong, consistently strong.
No, he just put the black to go 2 apiece.
Oh, wow.
He was behind.
Wow, that's, wow. I was not expecting that, but...
Look at this again. Again now, Filli has dry broken. And that's the second dry break. 2 breaks, 2 dry breaks. And you cannot afford to do that against a strong player, especially the way George is playing today, because he's going to get in first, he's going to choose the easier balls, and he's either going to run out. He's got the first chance to run out, or he's going to leave the table in complete control.
As we just hooked this up with Kima. Kima, thanks again for this, mate. Just setting us up with the big conversation box here on the screen.
So you guys can send your comments, and we'll read them and we'll review them.
Just get this over here. Oh, there it is. Thanks, you're a champion, mate. Here we go. Back to George on the table, and I mean, look, this is just looking like a bad day in the office for Filli. He's left this really pretty much.
Yeah, but in all fairness, Langer, he hasn't really done much wrong. 2 dry breaks are taken from me. They could cost you matches. But it really hasn't done much wrong.
Look, it's going to come down to this one ball that's stuck to the black. That's what it's going to come down to. If he can get an angle to pot that one, it's pretty much done and dusted.
Yeah, but he's also overplayed the shot on the 7. And he's played it that badly, he's got a shot for it in the middle. Unless that was what his intention was. If it was, I'm sorry, George. But look at this. He's leaving himself a really long one. These are not the shots. These are not the shots you want to leave yourself on a pocket with small. I'll tell you with small.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, when it comes...
Big shot here from George.
Oh,
bloody nailed it. Nailed it. This is why he's on fire today, buddy.
This is what I was saying to you at the end of the day. For George, I think as long as he gave himself a chance, he was always going to look good against Filli, because Filli just doesn't have that game time experience like he does.
I think also, I want to see what George plays like when he plays against players that he, I wouldn't say fears, I'll say he used the word respects a little more. Not that he doesn't respect Filli, because I know that he does, but you don't see Filli often in the late stages of 9-foot tables. It's new for him. But if it's up against like a Ramo or a Vinny Calabrese, I want to see how he handles himself then.
Yeah, and I think, look, as he goes to a 4-0 lead on there, the thing with that is you've seen those strong players. I mean, he was strong against Tom, and Tom looked shaky from the start.
Tom was just stunned that he played that good.
Yeah, but if he continues to play like this, I mean, either he's just on a different level altogether today, or this will it run out? Will this team run out?
Look. I've known George a long time, and I'll tell you, ability level, yeah, George has got a very high. Don't forget, he's a very, very strong snooker player, and he's been playing this game for 3 decades. You know, he's paid off 2 houses playing pool, playing snooker, whatever it is. You know, he's made a lot of money playing this game, and he's a tough opponent when he's on song, when he's got his head right. He's one of those players where if he starts talking and starts whatever, he falls apart. You know.
What do you think Filli's thinking about here? What do you think he's got to do to obviously get this ball rolling?
Get out. He's thinking, how do I get out from here? You know, but look at the situation, the table situation. The 7 and the black are tied up. There's no ball. That's a small ball. There's no small ball nearby to release that 7. All the black. So automatically this becomes a hard table. Then you got the other situation of the 4 balls in the middle of the table. And it looks like they're 2 straps and 2 smalls. They're easier to open up because there's 2 smalls nearby. But again, what I'm saying is the black is tied up. And he's going to have to, because he's opted to go stripe balls, he has to use a ball nearby to open those. The easiest ball, I think, to open up those 2 balls would be the 10. Yeah. If I can't see, but if the 12 isn't in the way, he can use a 10 ball, like a half ball, and open up the black ball. He's going to have to figure out a way to open the black. He can pot all the balls he wants now, but if he doesn't address the issue of the black, he cannot run out. And it's a tough table. This is one of those tables where it's kind of, I'm not saying you want this, but you're not too upset when you see your opponent getting in first. Yeah. Because it's especially when you're 4-0 up. Yeah. So yeah, Filli is in a difficult situation at the moment.
I mean, as he moves along, I mean, he's played a great shot at the moment, but again, you know, it's just a question of how he's going to get that middle cluster gone and that black. And that's
the more ball he pots now, the harder it's going to be, because there's I can't see him getting out here. Yeah, he's going to have to think of some kind of good safety play.
He's played the 14 in the corner. It's rolling and rolling and rolling, and it drops.
Beautiful.
What a shot. What a shot from Filli. I mean, this is the thing now. Now where it's going to go. He's going to double the 11 in the middle and probably play. This is a classic 7-foot shot on here, 7-foot table shot, and free up that middle cluster on there.
Yeah, but the ball's bank different on a 9-footer. Yeah. And not only that, this table's got very fast rails and slick cloth. It's hard to bank this and screw into those balls if that's what he wants to do. So like the black's still tied up. There's no real out here.
Well, he's opting to go another way here, and he's looking twice. I really don't see any other way he's going to obviously even progress close to even finishing here unless he freezes up, and he's going for the safe here.
Yeah, just try and block a pocket. That's good thinking. He knew he wasn't favoured to get out there. That's a very tough. He was in a tough spot, and that's where the experience comes in. Where he thought, you know what, I'm going to just close the pocket up with a 9, and let George have a go. See if he can get out. Because again, Georgia has 1 7 ball down there where the black is, and there's not one ball on that side of the table he can use. Yes, the closest ball he's got is the 5. The 5. If you land thin on the 5 ball, you can dislodge the 7 for the extraction, and that's probably what he's going to go for the next 1 or 2 shots. A good player always tries to extract their problem balls as early as they can in the rack.
Here he goes. He's lining up that 4. He's looking for the corner.
Expect a big power jism shot here.
The Greek shot. Oh, and look, he did go to try to release.
Yeah, he did try.
He did try to release that.
He missed it altogether.
It's trickling. Will it stay? Oh, and it's.
And again, George is a little fortunate there too.
Yeah.
He's landed where he's landed. It's actually a safety shot.
Yeah. And I think if I know Filli's tactic here, he's looking to obviously just move the 9, either pot it or just move it, and just try and free up some other real estate for him to play with. He's just moving balls now.
And now we're seeing the tactical 2-shot part of the game. His 2-shot experience comes into play. But George Marigelis is not a 2-shot player, but he's just when it comes to tactics, he's a master as well. And look at this. He deliberately missed the 1, left in the hole and snookered Filli. No, he didn't deliberately miss it. Like genius. No.
And here comes Filli, comes back to the table. And I mean, look, you can see the only way Filli's going to free up that black is if he can use this ball that's just on the other half of the table. So the other 3 are going to be his big priority to try and clean up this table. And
that's what he's doing. He's placing a ball over the corner pocket. It's gone too low now for him to use. He wanted to put a ball over the corner pocket to allow him to dislodge the black easily for the finish. But George doesn't have a ball nearby at all. So the clearance is. It has to be very imaginative if George is going to get out here.
So we come back to the table here, and George. Like we've been saying this whole time, he's been probably the favourite at the moment in terms of the game. As you can see, just lining that up perfectly.
4 hours we're drinking this coffee. 4 hours. Massive.
Oh, and he's gone for. He's gone for the 2-ball plan. What a shot from George.
You know what? He may have the angle.
Yeah.
He may have the angle here with the 6. Screw with left into the black. He may have that angle.
That's what I was saying. That was a magical shot from George. From 2 into the 1, and potted both in to set this up perfectly for himself, to give himself a chance to clean up. I think Filli's just stunned.
Filli's heart rate is like a turtle. No, seriously, he doesn't care. He's just relaxed. He's got too much experience to be stunned.
Yeah.
It hasn't been, the things just haven't gone his way yet for him to get out. I want to see how George gets his 7-ball out, and he's leaving it very late in the run.
You know, I thought he was going to risk his arm there. I thought he was going to risk his arm and try it.
You know why? Because you want to dislodge the balls when you still have balls on the table so you can land on them. If you leave the 7-ball last, that means you're taking a massive gamble, which he hasn't got on the ball anyway, but he's taking a massive gamble to dislodge it and land on the black. So yeah, he's left it a little bit too late, and all of a sudden, Filli's become favourite for me in this frame. Unless George pulls off a George ridiculous shot.
Well, he's looking to go off a rail here with a bit of right-hand side and to reverse double it. And he's trying to dislodge the 7 again. And is this going to go? Oh no! And it's
worst case scenario there for George, but good news for Filli.
As you can see, Filli's just
opening shot. What would you do, Langer?
Go straight on this board that is lined up. You pot it into the corner, free up that black, and use the 15 next.
Exactly. You take care of your problem ball as soon as you can, and he's just to pot this, and then he's missed it. He's missed it.
He's gone too fancy there.
No, he just hit the ball. He put the white ball just a little bit. The toss speed didn't take fast enough because, like I said, the quick cloth on an older cloth or a thicker cloth, they would have taken earlier.
Yeah. As you look here, I think
he's in trouble now again. He's in trouble now again.
I think he's going to go for the double here, just as safety. Yeah, just a double safety. Oh, he's just trying to cut it, and he's moved it away. Again.
See the experience here. Now this is becoming a 20-minute long frame, Langer. And you know what? We're going to cut to commercial. Do you have problems with your tips? Do you feel like your tip is not playing hard enough?
Oh, look at this.
Just ask George Marigelis to bash your tip in.
What?
Back for now.
Back to the action, and holy moly, what the hell was that? Did he even call that?
Yeah, he called it. That's what you call a backdoor special double.
A backdoor.
Yeah, backdoor. And now he's going for a Chris Smelling special. So it's 1-2 rails. He's going to get close here.
Look at this.
Told ya. That was a quick Chris Smelling special, what he wanted to do, but he did a George Marigelis special, where he scratched straight to the corner pocket.
Remix
and he doesn't care. He stuck his tongue out as well. He's like, Now all of a sudden, now this frame is over. You can bet your house that Filli's going to get out here.
Yeah, now look, you expect Filli to go out here in style. I mean, he's come off, he's got a little bit of angle to produce onto the black. This looks like it's 4-1 for Filli in this race to 7 here.
So he came off one rail there. I would have come off 2 rails. But it doesn't matter because it's a good potter. Beautiful.
There it is. It's back to 4-1.
I'd like to take this time out to say a very, very special shout out to myself, Barry Mavros. Barry, you're a legend. Thank you for staying back to do commentary. I wouldn't have stayed back for anybody else but George Marigelis because I think he's a champion. I would love to see him win today, believe it or not. We've had some massive battles in the past. After getting beat by you today, I don't know if I want to go home and neck myself or practice. I don't know, but I think it's time we're gonna have to line up another money match, George Marigelis. Back to the match in hand.
Oh wow! As we start, Filli breaks.
You got up? Well done.
And again,
Elmer, 7-6 double hill.
Again.
And Elmer has defeated Andy in a nail-biting match, 7-6. Are you in the quarterfinals now? You're playing Vinny now, right?
oh no!
You're playing Vinny.
That's one of the upsets of the day. One of the upsets of the day right there.
I know.
Elma 7-6 takes out Andy Pham. Wow. That has to be one of the biggest upsets, given that they're both strong players. I thought Andy was going to take that, actually.
Well, he was leading the match.
Yeah.
He was leading in the match, and Elmer came from behind. One of my specialties.
Coming from behind.
Are we still talking about pool?
You guys are sick.
Jamie, you know you love it, mate. You know you love it. And here we go. There's just a little bit of a tie-up there from George. Looking at it again, he didn't have much chance because the 2's blocked, the 6 is blocked on them.
Yeah, that's experience for you there. Why go for too much? You've got the big lead of 4-1 in the alternate break. You know, 4-1 in the alternate break format when you're making balls to the break, that's a big lead. So George just want to leave the table in some control there. And to be honest, Filli's played a really creative shot as well because, well, don't forget the black is tied up, so it's not going to be a one-stop shop type of frame. And in all fairness, it's actually a really important frame for 2 reasons. If Filli goes down 5-1, that's with the alternate frame format, it's extremely hard for him to win if George plays good. Now, if Filli can win this particular frame, he actually puts a bit of pressure on George because George could have easily been, honestly, he could have easily been 5-0 up right now.
Could have been. Yep.
And this actually happened when he was playing Tom Shen. When he was playing Tom Shen, he was leading 5-1, and then George started missing. He started just one-stroking things. And when George loses interest and focus, he's basically gone. So, and he cannot afford to do that. He needs to, but today, from my experience watching him play, he's been focused and sharp all day. I think he really wants to win this event.
Is it the Viagra, bud? Is it the Viagra?
Well, I got you saying it now. Look, if it's Viagra, I can't see a bulge there. So, and he's Greek. He's not, he's big. He's, he's huge. Oh my goodness! Straight in the drink.
Really?
Not what you want to see if you're in the Filli camp at the moment. And look at what I like about Filli is whenever he's winning or losing, I can't tell from his body language. He's just so casual.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy you want in a poker match or in a backstreet fight.
You know the worst part is when we were playing money games with him in the 7-foot tables and whatnot. He's the same. He's the same. He's been like that for the last 8 years, and he just casually nonchalant just walks around.
I mean, you want him with that face. You want him to negotiate a peace deal between 2 warring parties. You don't know if he's winning or losing.
Yeah, that's right.
Unbelievable.
A quick update on the Ramo scenario. Ramo is 3-2 up at the moment against Ivan, and he's got it.
I have to say something now, George. He missed another bloody ball in hand. He did the same thing against Tom. He missed the ball in hand. Don't get me wrong. The ball was in a tough, precarious position, if you will. But George's skill level, he shouldn't be doing that. And he's giving fuel to the dragon.
You calling him the
And I'm
dragon?
telling you what, if Filli gets some fire under his belly, yeah, he's a dragon. I mean, look at him.
All right, you're calling him the dragon. So Filli the dragon.
If he sniffs weakness, you know what I mean, he's going to attack. And you can't. This is pool, guys.
Yeah.
Pool is a lot like poker. People don't realise. They think that pool, the best player wins. No, that was the case. That the same person win every single time. Okay, it's not the best player's going to win. It's not the best curist going to win. There's ebb and flows in the matches. Momentum shifts. There's situations where it's good to be the defender, not the aggressor. And in this situation, George is, with that missing a ball in hand, he's giving fire and giving confidence to Filli, because Filli was down 4-1. He could have been down 5-1, and he's given him a really good chance now to get another rack on the board and confidence. And when Filli gets confidence, he gets dangerous.
I like that. Filli the dragon. We're going to go with Filli the dragon. And I mean, he just played an amazing shot there.
Spotted dragon. He's a spotted dragon.
Spotted dragon. He's played an amazing shot there. He's run the 11 down into the corner, freed open the black, and he's a ball that was stuck together. And it's just looking like at the moment that Filli should run out here, should go out in style.
I like the way he played that shot. He didn't just roll it, he forced it with a bit of left. Check it up off the rail. I like the way he played that shot. He's looking good. Filli's looking good.
The dragon's back at it, and look at this. What a positional shot. What a positional shot from Filli. He's looking good by the minute.
He's just going to be a little bit careful here with the angle. I mean, you might think it's easy from this. He just wants to make sure he lands on the right side of this 11 ball to get back on the black. Give himself a nicer shot on the black. He doesn't want to land straight. He's opted to go high on the ball. And in all fairness, it should be really easy for him to negotiate a good positional shot here.
Look at that. Jeez, that...
What did I say? You're giving fire to the dragon, missing a ball in hand. That's a no-no. That's an absolute no-no. I want to go slap George right now. Not because of that, for other reasons, but anyway, we'll do it for missing a ball in hand. That's not necessary.
And as you can see, they're 4-2 now to the dragon himself, the Samoan dragon.
Hang on, do you know which is the most famous missed ball in hand in the world?
The one that George Morales just did just then? Or no?
That's the second most famous. But the most famous missed ball in hand was a player called Nick Vandenberg during the Moscone Cup last year. He missed a ball in hand. A ball in hand, but not one that George missed, because George's ball was on the rail. In all fairness, it wasn't easy. It was near the knuckle. He missed an open ball 1 foot away from the pocket. He put the ball about 3/4 and he punched it, and he missed the ball in hand. And I've got screenshots of him with a towel on his head, and he's covering his face from embarrassment. A professional missed the ball in hand. And so if a professional can miss the ball in hand, George can miss the ball in hand. But still unforgivable, George.
And as we come back to the action, George is broken, and this is the first time I think I can say in this three matches that he's broken and come up dry.
Tom Shen. No one wants to play with Tom.
What are you saying, Archie?
No one wants to play Tom other than you.
For money?
Yeah. So
Everyone's afraid of him?
no, yes, and you're not,
What makes you think I'm not afraid of him?
because I know you can beat him.
There you have it, guys. Archie Limonarius is pimping me out to play a money match, but I have to say no. Not because I'm afraid, but
Not yet.
I'm thinking about my fans.
All right.
Thinking about the fans at home who are listening to the match.
Setting it up now. I'm setting it up.
See, he's a true Filipino. Tom Shen? Tom Shen, can I get you on the camera for my commentary box for a second? Mr. Tom, Archie Limonarius is trying to make us play a money match. What do you think about that?
I don't mind.
I don't mind. He doesn't mind. Of course he doesn't mind. Of course, now everyone's... Look, we both lost to the same person, right?
Right. George is playing very strong today.
Yeah.
You know why, right?
Why?
Why?
Because of all the lessons I've been giving him. You can only get beat so much.
I think George is ready for money match. Me and him. Any amount.
Any amount. Did you hear that, George? When you rewatch this, what do you mean no start? What do you mean no start? No. In April, no start. But in a rotation game, you got to give him at least 4 starts to 7.
Maybe five. Okay.
Hey, listen, guys. Tom, we'll play later on, but I want to do the commentary for now. My mate, me and George are mates. People don't realise it. We do have a rivalry though. We hate each other's guts on the table, but off the table we have a lot of respect for each other.
Holy crap! You had to just seen that. If we can do the action replay, holy moly!
Tell us what happened.
He came off the rail, took on the 6, potted the 2, and now he set himself for the victory here. I mean,
So has the dragon got some fire in his belly now?
Filli, the Samoan dragon, looks favourite once again to take this, and it's starting to look like
What happens to a dragon when his fire is full of belly? It comes out of his mouth and burns his opponent.
burns everything to a crisp. Look at this. Just again, Filli is just gone.
I'll tell you what, if George is not regretting that ball in hand now, that ball in hand he missed, he's going to be regretting it now. That's going to be costing him at least 1-2 games now.
But you can see the difference. I mean, the camera is not on.
See on the right side of the one?
Yeah, no. He's going to have to just walk this in.
It's not on the right side.
He's giving it back. You know, before that shot, and the camera wasn't on George, but George should look like he was thinking about the ball in hand that he gave away and the dry break. Filli had him on the ropes just then, but he was thinking about the position too much there, Barry. Way too much. If it's me, just try to pot the ball. He had a straight shot on the black anywhere on the table.
I want an XCQ. I want the nice one though. I can afford the $2,500 one. Oh, we still have a microphone, but there's a $6,000 one on the right. But there's a $45,000 one on the right too. But I've been your son for a week. I'll rack the balls up for you, Ken.
I can cook, Tom. If you buy them, I can cook.
Very well. George is playing very well.
That is Archie Limonarius, ladies and gentlemen, and Archie says
It's gonna finish. George's gonna finish this rack.
he's been playing well all day. I think that 12.4 millimeter Revo has been extreme. Oh, he's overhit this. He's overhit this ball. But he's overhit it that much, he's going to have a shot in the middle pocket.
You know what? That's actually the perfect result for him. To get it into the middle, have the black on the rail. Once again, George is in the lead now. Look at this.
Nah, you know, he's just left himself a difficult black. I don't like
it. He doesn't miss me. He can get this.
For me, he's 50-50 on this shot.
No, he can get this one. See, easy.
Wow.
I told you. He's on. It's the Viagra. It's the Viagra. It's the... George, when you...
Holding your jeans there, George? He knew exactly what I was talking about. There's a hole in the... You got to show the camera, man. George just letting everyone know that he's that I'm not the only mule in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, he's just wanted to let everyone know he's not the only. Barry's not the only one that's been blessed. That's been blessed here.
Well,
my God.
It's hard to grow tall. Holding you back.
Must be a sticks and fitter.
Yeah. My God. As we go, we stretch it out now. 5-2.
Do I think George is ready for a money match?
Yeah.
George is always ready for a money match. The question is with who and how much.
Between me and him.
What's the handicap?
Look, today he's playing. I wouldn't play him today.
No,
I wouldn't play him today. I would play him any other day, but not today.
I can.
You can?
Yeah.
All right. Well, after it's over,
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd be very happy to accommodate you. If it doesn't go too late, he's not afraid. He's not afraid.
Of course.
Of course. All right.
Not the way he's playing today, man. You know, he's confident today.
Don't worry, I'll set him up.
But would you? But here's the real question, Tom.
Yeah.
Would you play him? Would you play him today in a money match, April?
Yes, I will.
You would.
Yeah.
The way he's playing today.
Yes.
Well, he's over there. You could ask him later.
Yeah.
Tom Shen, ladies and gentlemen. For all of you out there that don't know, I want 10% commission. Tom Shen's happy to play almost anyone in Australia for money. Just come on down, bring your money down, and if he won't play you, then chances are I'll play you. Okay?
As long as how much is a minimum buy-in for you for time with you?
$1,000.
$1,000. 1,000. What minimum is that plus GST or just including GST?
Include, yes.
Including GST.
No, it's tax-free, mate. Tax-free money.
I want clear money.
You want clear money, yeah? Clear money or
Clear.
Look, now getting back to the match, guys. Langer. Effie's down 5 frames to 2.
Filli, the dragon.
Sorry, Filli the Dragon is gee, what? Someone get me a coffee, damn it.
Samoan dragon. Yes.
Filli the Samoan Dragon is down 5 frames to 2, and he has to make a statement here and now. And the problem ball he has is the 13. So if he lands low on the 10, he can come 1-2 rails for the 13, past the 7 in the corner. No, it's not perfect. It's too thin. Too thin.
But the 13 here. See?
He really has to force this ball.
See? Perfect.
That is
perfect. I told you it's perfect. What?
Huh? Lucky he doesn't have $1,000, Tom, huh? Lucky he doesn't have $1,000 for you, right?
This is a really, really, really good out from Filli. Filli, well done, my man. Beautiful out.
See? I am right. It's perfect.
If Filli want to play money match, I can play him too.
Somebody come down here and play this guy a money match, man. Tom Shen wants to play for money so badly.
Someone call the police. There's a burglar in the house. There's a burglar in the house.
Big special shout out to my man Nathaniel Hyde. My man, if you're watching this right now, don't come down and play Tom Shen. He will take your money. Don't play him. He'll play anyone at the moment.
Did you know that he also asked me to play? And I just said, just play Barry.
Tom, you and me have played for money lots and lots of times, man. We're about even.
Yeah.
And it's still exciting, though, to play.
Yes. Very excited.
Especially when it's $1,000 included GST, right?
Because Barry got price for 250. That's a Barry's price.
My special price. I've always played Tom or Ivan. I always play 250 a set, and we always play 2 sets minimum. That's just how I play with those guys. With other guys, it's 100, and if guys I can beat, I play for 500, right?
Oh, you like George? Or you like George? Or
Don't underestimate how good George is. Believe me, people have underestimated him in the past.
Look, all I'm going to say is he's played well today, and now he's 5-3 up. He's back in the saddle, and he's looking good. He's looking good here. Should take the 6 in the middle, get a shot maybe on the 1 if he can get it onto the cushion. What do you think, Tom?
Almost. Yeah.
He's got to address.
Are you sure you want to play George?
There's the 7 and the 4 are in a difficult position, not because they're far away from the hole, but they've got 4 blockers around them. And if he's going to do what I think he's going to do, he better make sure he gets through that gap or kisses the 13 and lands on the 7. So this is the key shot in this frame right now. It can all go really, really well or horribly wrong for him. And it's gone the latter. It's gone horribly wrong for him. He just didn't quite get there. Now here's the thing, Langer and boys, because it's 4 of us, by the way. I'm in the commentary box with Tom Shen, Archluminarius, Langer, and myself, the Mule. The thing is, if he fails to get out here, and Effie gets his frame on the board, sorry, Filli gets his frame on the board, there's going to be a lot of pressure and heat. He's going to feel the dragon breathing down his neck. Do you know what I mean? So he must make sure he gets out here. He's a little kiss here on the 7 and land on the 7. Everyone's gone quiet, and he's made the ball, but he didn't get the kiss. He hit the ball too thick. He wanted a thinner kiss so he can get the 7 in the corner pocket. So now he's going to have to pull off a George ridiculous type of shot.
Like he didn't put any side to that, so he just wanted to pot it in. He thought it was naturally going to push the 7 towards the pocket, and there's only one way about this. Either there's going to be a big deep screw here. He's looking at it.
He's got quite a lot of angle on the 1. I don't know if he can come 2 rails down for the 7 through the. He's going to try and come 1 rail past the 11 ball. Good chance of it in off here in the corner pocket if he makes this. He nailed it, hit the 14. Yep, there was too much traffic. And now, all of a sudden, guys, the dragon's going.
I wish you could just take the camera and just look at Filli right now in the corner. Filli, even though he's just watched that happen, he does not give a rat's by the way he's looking at this game. He's just looking into the sunset, thinking as soon as he gets to the table, he's about to just lay the wallop on George here. So I mean,
has a double. He has a double. He's announced a double.
he's going to the corner.
1 in 10. 10% chance of making this.
Look at this. He's gone for the slow effect. It's going. Oh, it's bounced too early. And Filli.
Complete control. He can just play a nice safety shot here. Tap the 9, leave him behind the 13, and George will be sitting there not knowing what to do. He's in complete control now. This is where you've got to get out. You just can't. You have to get out. If you don't get out, you're not favoured to win the frame. Simple. Now, I don't know if George is a pretty good jumper. He's going to need a jump cue.
Better get the jump cue out. He's coming over to the table.
He's looking at me.
Yeah, he's looking at you.
Looking at me. Look, I know you're going to go to the jump cue. Give me another go. So this one I agree with. The last one you took I didn't agree with.
Someone's waiting for a lunch.
By the way, Tom Shen. By the way, Tom Shen said.
Money.
I'm just going to let him burn.
Let it burn! What a dirty guy! What a dirty guy! I love it. Back to.
We haven't had this much fun. The commentary box since that time I got really, really wasted in Melbourne, and I woke up with two. Oh, you know what I should.
Oh, no. We've already talked enough about it. We talked about the.
Sore back and a salty taste in the back of my throat. I don't know what happened.
We're back into it, and George
has got as much grace with the jump cue as a ballerina with wearing stilts.
yeah. Did you even chalk that?
There's no chalk on the cue, no malaka.
What a malaka.
Two out of two. 2 shit shots out of 2.
What a malaka.
There's no chalk on it. No chalk on it there. There's no chalk.
All I have to say is that we called that
There's no
on.
chalk on it there.
We called that on camera, didn't we? You got that on camera? Yes.
Yeah,
we
we got
did.
it on camera.
Yeah, sorry, George.
Can you leave it together?
Here he goes. Filli, I mean, look, he's in control once more. Once more, he's in control.
George has lost a bit of focus. I can tell. It feels like he's done enough by knocking out the 2 best players, right, Tom?
Yep.
And now he's just lost some focus.
That's it. That's right. And so, is it $1,100 now, or no?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Later, Tom, you and me. We'll have a game.
Yeah, okay.
Filli again,
ball. Play 11 ball.
potting it in.
You ever played 11 ball before?
What the hell is 11 ball?
10 ball, but you nominate the shot before you played your next shot. So you play a ball, but you nominate where you're going to pot. So if you're on the 1, before you pot the 1, you nominate where you're going to pot the 2 ball.
Oh.
So not only can you not fluke balls, but you can't fluke position. Yes.
And is this a new invention, or?
This is a Barry style of money game. I'm tired of people playing a ball game against me and potting a ball and getting it in the wrong hole. Oh, contrary to what people think, I don't really like the wrong hole. What are you laughing for? I'm talking about pool here, brother. Get your mind out of the gutter, buddy.
Are you? Are you, bud? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm thinking about Melbourne too much.
Hey, those 3 midgets deserved everything I gave them, okay?
Shout outs to Dave Fogarty as well, the only midget I know in the pool game. Mate, shout out to you while we're at it. Just getting a quick update here on the scorers table. On the women's side of things, we got Annie and Ria at the moment in the semi-finals. So congrats to the women going on there.
Good update for the other table.
And well, yeah.
Ramo just scratched with the white ball, giving Ivan a ball in hand, and it's 4 apiece. 4 apiece in a race of 7.
I've got to say though, I mean, there is some tension on that table, and unlike Filli, Ramo's just given a disgusting look just then for what just happened. So just updating the score there, 4-4, and Ivan's got the ball in hand to start, and he's looking pretty good with the big balls here.
Well, Ivan's on. I know you guys can't see the screen, but even though Ivan's got 4 easy strike balls, the black does not have a pocket, so he's going to figure out where he's going to put the black ball. Either nudge the ball out or nudge the black into play. So it's not over yet over there. 4 apiece. Whoever wins this frame will go on 5, and 5 is a magic number. That's where the heat really starts. Speaking about 5, Filli is trying to make it 5 frames apiece, and if he gets this, it'll be 4 on the trot for him. The 1 ball allows him to free up the 6, but I think he's a bit too thin on it. And everything else has a pocket,
Except the 4.
I think the 4 passes 11. I think so.
Angle here. We'll have to look at it from a different angle here, and I'll get it for Barry just to have a look at. But it's looking good. There goes the 1. Should just walk this up and take the 6 in the corner.
He really would have preferred to have used the 1 to release the 6, because now he's going to play an interesting shot to get on the 6, to get it out. And see, it's not
enough.
It wasn't the easiest ball to use to dislodge the 6 was the 1.
I get it.
And now he's in trouble. He's just had what's happened to George. He's got on in. I don't think he's going to get out here unless he banks the 6. And that's a viable option, especially where the black ball is. It makes that pocket a lot larger.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, looking at it from another angle here, here's the 6.
Yep.
And it's not passing. Definitely not passing at all.
He's got to either bank it, and I think banking is the best option.
Interesting look here. See if he can get the 5. He's going to have to cut this 5 into the middle to make that pass, but the 4 looking a lot better at the moment. There it is. And he's come too short for the 5, and he's still got a shot on the 2 though. It's going to make it very hard.
He was always playing for that 2 ball, trying to get the angle from the 2 to get on the 5 to dislodge the 6. Because the 5 does go in the middle pocket. I still think he should just bank the 6. Doubling the 6 is just one shot, Langer. You don't have to play 2 good shots. Because when you're trying to dislodge a ball, you have to play a good positional shot and then dislodge the ball and then hope you get on the next ball. Whereas if he just plays for the double, you land on it nicely, you bank it, you make it, you win, you lose. It's right there, 50-50.
But looking at the where the 6 is, I mean, it's going to go onto the black. So he's got a big pocket right there where the black is. So
he also has the option of banking the 6 in the middle pocket as well.
So plenty of options here, but he's missed that easy key shot there. Well, not an easy shot, that one. He had to stretch with the actual jigger there to make that happen. But as we come back to the table, George is coming up, he's having a look. He's opting to go with the 11.
I'll know the way that he hits this ball if he's ready to play or not. Wow, he got so much work on the ball there. It doesn't deserve the scratch. That wasn't going anywhere near the pocket, and it curved in. I was on the line that shot, and it curved towards the pocket. That was a beautifully played struck ball there from George.
What a shot from George, and he's looking.
That's the 12.4 Revo, dude. It allows you to do things that the average man cannot do with more ease.
Are you saying he's average?
With George?
Yes.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the Revo it allows you to play even better than what you normally would with a thicker shaft.
Oh, and he's missed the shot.
But being with a thinner shaft, remember that you sacrifice a bit of pot. And consistency. He's not too concerned though because the 6 is still tied up. Obviously would have liked to gotten out there. Right, George? Tell me why you missed that, George. Tell me right now. I need to know.
I thought there was 2 13s on the table. I'm looking at the other ball going, is that a 13? What? Is that a 13? Because they look similar, like orange and the pinky. And I'm looking at the other ball and thinking, that's a 13. There's 2 13s there. I thought, but it doesn't matter. I played the shot.
George just came out with the most ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous excuse I've ever heard for missing a freaking straight ball. He thought there was 2 13 balls on the table. Unbelievable, George. Oh, the colours. The orange 5 looks like 13. Oh, the 12. Sorry, George, the 12. Yeah, still ridiculous. Yep. Unbelievable. You've missed a freaking straight shot today. I'm going to watch so I can learn, George.
I mean, the only way he can get this ball, and Filli tried to get that onto the 14. Sorry, George.
Barry, I've forgotten more than what you know.
Wow, okay. And again,
all I can say, George, we played 5 money matches. It's still 5-0 to me. Ooh.
What the shot.
Look at this.
Genius,
What is the dragon?
The dragon breathes fire. He breathes fire. Unbelievable. Great shot there from Filli.
What a shot. The dragon. I am so glad that we got it on video.
You know what's awesome? Every single tournament I invite Filli to play, he says, oh no. He comes, he plays, he conquers. Let's see how he goes.
You want to know why he said yes? Because I told him.
You went to church?
No, I told him that people like him and he should come and play.
Filli, absolute gentleman player, absolute class.
Filli. Thank you, Master. What a shot. What a shot.
And can I just say something? This goes back to missing the ball in hand. The fire is in the belly, now it's coming out.
And as we lock it up at 5-all, George, for the break, gets one in the corner, one in the middle.
But even though it's 5 apiece now, I mean, George is under a lot of pressure. I still expect George to get out of this match. I believe he's going to, I still expect him a break and run here will just settle everything down.
I mean, the balls are all there. And I've got Tom here, the professional, Tom Shen. Thanks for coming back. What do you think with this table that you see? What do you see? Any problems on the table for him?
Yeah, now I see a problem. Now the 8-ball is blocked to the obvious pocket. It has to go in the other one of the 2 corner pockets.
Tom, how much would you say that shot would have cost him if he did that against you? $100, $200, $300? What would you say?
$200.
$200 plus GST or? No.
Shot, George. Come on, buddy. You got 3 balls to go. Get a nice angle here for the 5 to put the black into the top corner pocket. He's going to have to go up and down the table here. This is where he needs to choose a really good line with the white ball and speed. Line and speed. And you know what? I think he may have just got there.
I think he did. And again, this is what he needed. He's been struggling the last 5 frames, and he smashed it, and he's gone the wrong way.
There's a shit shot right there. There's a shit shot.
I was thinking he was going to keep it on the top half of that table, and he's come right back to the black.
I saw him getting down and screwing and thinking, what's he trying to do? Screw past the 9? The 9's in the way. He was trying to stun off that rail, but the screw took and lifted it up like you're playing side. He just wanted to come off the rail, one out, and then play the black into where we were breaking from. That's bad. You know what? Again, this was a must-win frame for George. All of a sudden now, he's not favourite to win the match.
I have to tell you right now, if we can get the production or the director here to just get another camera on Filli, I mean, that just does it all. Usually most players in this situation would be looking, perking up, smiling. I mean, Tom Shen would be for sure, but you just look at Filli, he doesn't give a rat's. He's staying cool.
Yeah, that's on the outside though, and that's what players are like on the outside. What's on the inside is what matters. And honestly, if I was down 5-1 and I won 4 games in a row and saw my opponent just do that, I feel very confident I'm going to win the match.
Mr. Cool, Calm and Collective, that's what would happen. Now, it's going to be this will tell, obviously, how he's going to win this frame, how he can produce a safety from this.
There's really nothing he can do here to make himself favourite. I can't see what he can do here. He's already butchered it. It's as simple as that. He's butchered it. I can't see what he can do to make himself favourite. He has to wait now for Filli to make an obvious mistake, and I don't think it's going to happen with the Dragon. What can he do? I mean, what can he do? Can he? You know what? Probably the best thing he can do is not move the black into an intentional foul right now, and try and put the 14 onto the 9 as well. Because what is he going to do? I mean, the black's it ties up the 12 ball.
You know, the only other way, if he's not going to intentionally foul, is probably move the black and pot the 14 in the middle. If he does that, it puts Filli in a tough position to clear out from there. But again, it's going to come down to him.
I don't think George wants to hit the ball.
That's what we're going. We got 2 votes for don't hit the black, intentionally foul.
I think the 12 ball in George's defence, the 12 ball pots into the corner pocket, the top pocket where you rack the balls, where he is right now. So he has to come up with some kind of safe. If he can find a way to push the black over the corner pocket somehow and block the 13 and 11, that would be obviously the shot. He's taking an absurdly long time on this.
Well, you almost imagine whether he's going to use the 12 to give it a little bit of a kick towards the pocket. So
stick the 12 ball through the 8, stick the 12 ball to the rail, including his 8 ball.
That's what we're thinking at the moment. So it's going to be an interesting shot in terms of what he chooses to do here in terms of George, and he's measuring it out. But honestly, there's not much he can do. There's not much he can do here, Barry, in terms of.
Well, what are you going to play, George? He's going to bank it, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be banking this ball.
Should we get a red?
Vinny straight away says it's not possible. But what do the gods of pool say? I don't know. I think he's going to foul here the way he's looking. We need a referee for this shot, guys. We need a ref. There's no ref here. I'll be calling a ref if I was Filli. Oh.
Good shot. And good safety too. Oh, no.
6 open balls. 6 open ball safety. Look, even though...
I'll tell you what, but he's semi got away with it.
Yeah. See, Vinny the great and wonderful Vinny Calabrese. He's not the Breeze, his brother's the Breeze. This is Vinny. He needs no nickname. He said he kind of got away with it, but in all fairness, I'm sure if Filli doesn't want to attack here, I mean, he's got the 13 ball over the corner pocket. But if he doesn't want to attack, he can always just play a safety, which is, I think, what he's looking to do. Just follow through on the 12 and block him behind the 11.
There's only one way. If he wants to destroy his opponent right now, it'd be to clear up or just play safe like he did.
Like I said earlier, you cannot roll balls on this table. It doesn't deserve your respect. It's not level. These tables are not level. Not all of them are level. So rolling the balls is not guaranteeing you a shot. It's harder. You got to punch it. And now George has got a second chance at pulling off a miracle. And this is a lot easier. This is doubleable into the middle pocket with side. Right hand spin to widen the angle of the black. And he knows this. He knows this. He's got a chance. Not favourite to make it, but he's got a half a chance. This could be like a 15-20% shot. But it's better than 0%. True. Filli really, if he was going to attack there, should have rolled the ball just a little bit harder. Oh, he's going to block the pocket. He's going to try and block the pocket.
He's going to make the 8 ball.
But past the ball. There's a ball in the pocket there.
No, look, if it's too straight, it's going to go, oh, shit.
And Archie Luminarius has summed that one up in one word. What was the word you used?
What the fuck?
While we're at, and I mean the devastation continues for George. He was on a roll, and now Filli, the Samoan Dragon, comes to the table. While we're at it, better quickly update you on the Ivan Liu and Ramo, and it's Ivan Liu 6-4 right now against Ramo. So Ramo's under a little bit of pressure. He's come to the table. I believe he's on smalls, and there's a couple of balls of his that are stuck at the moment.
No. Filli just played this ball really badly. He overplayed it by about a diamond. He was playing for position on the 14.
Safety.
And, yeah, and like Archie says, just play a safe behind the 14. Just tap it.
Yeah.
Give George nothing, but take from him everything.
Okay. Safety, see?
Safety player never lose.
Yeah. And look at the way he's moved it. He's moved it just in case George does somehow get a shot on that blank.
But in my opinion, Langer, this is the third chance he shouldn't be getting. Sorry, the second chance he shouldn't be getting.
And this, you know what I said to you?
You give him too many chances, shit happens.
Larry, this is what I was saying to you before. At the end of the day, he doesn't have that experience on a 9-foot table. He's a great potter, great player, but he just doesn't have the experience.
He's in the quarterfinals of the state 8 ball.
That's right. So, no, he's been good, and here he comes with a kick shot.
George with a backdoor double here. Specials at backdooring things.
Oh!
And you know what? He has sold out.
Yes.
This is now going to be 6-5 to Filli. I'm going to write down now.
The Dragon?
The Dragon is going to be 6-5 up.
The Dragon, 6-5 up is what we're thinking at the moment. And Filli...
Unless he decides to roll the black. You cannot roll balls like down the rail on this table. You got to put them in with authority. Authority.
And here we go. Filli's lining it up now. And I think, look, at the end of the day, I think he wanted to get onto either the 11 or the 12 then, but he's come a bit too short.
He's all right.
And here he goes. And he's brought it right back. Nice. He's all right. He's all right. And he's rolled it in. And he's got great position. And it's a tricky one.
No, easy one.
Right up and down the table. Up and down the table. Oh!
Terrible shot. That's
That was
a terrible shot. That's a terrible shot.
Yeah.
I told you, had to go up and down.
The shot was supposed to be up and down the table, yeah.
Didn't I tell you that?
And like I said, you give someone too many opportunities,
Like I said.
shit happens. And here is what George needed. But you know what? It's a 50 yard line. 50 yard line. You make this ball, you scratch. Ooh. You need to put this shot in with authority. Say it.
With authority?
Authority.
With authority. Wow.
What a miss.
I can't believe that. I can't.
Oh! And it's... calm down, fellas. There was no authority there. Look, you know what? I like it. He went for a go.
Much authority there.
And Gemma knows all about authority, don't you, Gemma?
Apparently, I'm on a power trip, so yeah, sure.
She's the number one authority in here. What a shot from Langer. From Effie. From Filli.
From Langer. Actually, he's not playing.
No, it's a good.
That's fine.
That's the one time in life you're happy you don't find the hole, guys.
I have nothing to say at this point.
Please don't say anything else, please.
I'll tell you what, where it's happening is in the commentary box. There's about 7 or 8 of us here.
Yeah, there's Jason.
You know? I feel a lot of love. How are you, Jason?
Hey, mate, I'm good, thank you.
Are you still in it?
Yeah, I just beat Vinny last round.
Oh, well done. Well done. And what was the score?
7-0. I mean, he had a chance, but, you know, he just never took it.
You beat Vinny 7-0?
Yeah.
Or did he beat you 7-0?
Oh, you know what? It's just a number at the end of the day.
Well, look, at least you enjoyed yourself.
George.
Vinny's still in, guys. Vinny's actually been... the score is now 6-4 with Ramo, and he's at the table. He's taking a very long time to shoot. He knows the gravity of the situation because he's a little off angle on his ball, and if he misses, it's going to be it could be game over. Not guaranteed because Ivan still has one problem ball. But George has lost 5 games in a row, from 5-1 up to being on top of the mountain to being underneath the Dragon's feet.
And you know what? Exactly right. It came that last shot.
If he wins he missed
Put the big shots away if you want to win tournaments.
I know. You're right, Barry. He was feeling the pressure when he pot that 8 ball, missed the 8 ball totally.
But at least he went for his shot. He went for it full-blooded.
See, I don't agree with this. He's chosen the smalls. The problem is the black is still tied up with the 2 on there. He had a clear shot on him.
Release it right now.
I'm hoping he
Using the
does.
4.
I'm hoping he does for George's sake.
George is not going to make many pattern mistakes and decision mistakes. George has got that much experience, dude. He can. I hate to say this, but in 8 ball, he could even see more shots than me. And I hate to say it. He's got a lot of experience, and he knows his way around a table. You know, we're talking about George Marigalis here, right? George Marigalis is one of the best 8 ball players in the state.
What the shot?
And I'm not saying that to blow smoke up his ass. He's a very good player.
What the shot?
And I think he's set up for Tom Shen next to... Fuck. What the... And you know what? I have to tell you right now, if I see the Dragon going 7-5.
It all depends if he can get the nice angle and 10 to release the 14.
He's gonna.
I don't think the 14 pots past the 6.
Kick the.
If it does, then it's a very open table.
He's doing it right now.
He's going for it.
Yes.
He's going to kick it right now.
Yeah, we're thinking the same. I should be a 2-shot player.
Yeah, you should be, by the sounds of it.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
It's over.
The Dragon does it again.
Okay, so now he's played the winning shot. Now he's just going to hold himself together and finish off the frame. So he's played the winning shot here. He's dislodged his one problem ball. Now it's all about keeping yourself together and just putting the frame away.
You know what I have to tell you right now? Once again, he looks calm as a cucumber and he doesn't give a rat's.
What the fuck? A cucumber.
Can someone get a shot on him, please?
It looks like a man you want collecting your money from your friends. Hey, you owe my friend money.
That's not good.
It was an unfortunate kiss, but he's on the 9 ball, guys. No.
9, 12, 13.
You know what? He didn't want to hit that ball, but he's still plumb.
Yeah.
Roll the 9 forward, stop on the 12, on 13 for the black.
But what did I tell you about Filli? What was his game? Roll, and roll.
You can't trust the table, man.
Can't trust the table like a woman? Isn't that what we said before?
Now he cannot stop.
Dude, treat a table like a woman. Okay? Hit the balls in with authority. Try and make things as simple as possible for him as well. And don't put any cash near him because they'll take it. No. Women spend money like water, man.
Like water.
He wants to run into
The
it.
13 ball must pass the 7.
Does it?
Yeah, it must pass the 7.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to call it. That's all she wrote, guys. I want to thank everybody for sitting here and watching with us. Did you guys enjoy yourselves?
We enjoyed that, and then we got a couple more matches to come. So
Tom, money match?
Yes.
Yeah,
Come
ready.
on. Barry or George.
Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll catch you all the next match soon. Bye for now. Alright, well, we'll get...
No, I fucked around when I got 5-1 in front.
5-1 up. You missed that ball in hand, did you, George? Ball in hand.
You know what it was? You know what it was? And I'll be honest with you. You know what it was? Once you guys were all carrying on and laughing, I fucked.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live at City Heroes. And have we got a mouth-watering prospect for you tonight, or this afternoon? We are at the NSW PBA 8-ball. What's this called, George?
It's an open event. The New South Wales Open.
So it's the New South Wales Open 8-ball event, and that was George Wiggles, our El Presidente. And we've got another 2-dayer coming up soon, is that right?
Yeah, the state titles are on next month. That'll be a 2-day event.
What's the date for that?
Good question, Barry. I'm only the president, not the organiser.
Well, in a month's time, we've got the 2-day event coming up. State 8-ball. It's open, so anybody can put their money down, come down and play. You can be from any state in Australia. You can be Chinese, Japanese, Greek, Lebanese. We don't care what you are. You can be from another planet for all we care. Just bring your cash and you're welcome to play the state 8-ball in a month's time. At the moment, we have a quarterfinal match running. We've got Ivan Liu against Rainbow two-time teaser, and that's a hot match happening on the other table next to the TV table, which I'll give you guys updates on. We've also got a match coming up. Vinny Calabrese is also in the other quarterfinal, and he's playing. He's waiting for a match, some results come through. But we've got Filli, and he's up against George Marigulis. George the Master Marigulis. George today, I have to tell you guys, he's been playing extremely well. So sit back and enjoy the match. Ivan Liu on the other table. Just draw the ball to get the clearance against Ramo in the very first opening frame. You could say that's opening frame nerves. I think, to be fair, I would put Ramo a slight favourite over Ivan, even though Ivan's been playing very well today. And it's a short race to 7. It's knockout format, 8-ball, alternate break. I just feel that there's a bit of an intimidation factor. We're playing someone like Ramo. He's won a lot of events the last 2 years. He's come from Estonia, and he just came to Australia out of nowhere. No one knew who he was, and now everyone knows who Rambo is. George Marigulis, they're playing on the TV table now. The TV table has been tightened recently, so the pockets are not fair like they used to.